Go, 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 go. What's going on, G-Dot family? It's your boy G-Dot TZ back here with another V's. Got the chinchilla fur on, you know what I'm saying? I got a shirt on too, so don't act like I'm out here shirtless or something. I'm bulling, but I ain't cooling. You feel what I'm saying? But we got another crazy video. Apparently, No Limit Whack, No Limit Herbo's homie, you know what I'm saying? G Herbo. I don't know why I just said it like that. But yeah, his homie apparently got caught up with a switch. I hope that shit ain't true. I really hope that shit ain't true. Bro music. But let's go ahead and get into the video, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Also don't forget to follow us on Instagram. Not us, me. On Instagram, GuapBoyG.dot, and Twitter, GuapBoyG.dot. Go ahead and get straight into the video, man.
Wet him up, who beat 4 bodies and was just caught with a switch. January 19th, 2024. The feds executed a search warrant at 6 a.m. on an apartment in Chicago's Canaryville neighborhood located on the south side.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. First of all, you was living in Canaryville. I don't know how we even got that apartment, because everybody knows Canaryville, Bridgeport, and Midview, whatever. I forgot. Midtown, forgot what the, you know what I'm saying? Bridgeport, I think that's what it's called. It's the 3 most racist neighborhoods in Chicago. Second of all, nigga, if the feds are in Chicago like this, I ain't gonna lie, the trenches finna take a hit. They already got the O-Block niggas. Now the feds is picking up random people, like, you feel me? Why y'all on No Limit Wet? Like, why the feds raid No Limit Wet apartment? Like, you feel what I'm saying? This shit is crazy.
As agents began to execute the warrant with law enforcement surrounding the building, a man would be observed leaning out of a window, throwing a firearm onto the roof of the building. The weapon was photographed before being recovered and determined to be a Glock with a switch. The switch turning the semi-automatic handgun into a machine gun. The man seen throwing the Glock would be none other than 26-year-old Maurice Harris, who's also known as the Chicago rapper Drench, aka Wet 'em Up. Wet 'em Up's notorious reputation went viral back in 2017, starting with the murder of his father. March 29th, 2017, it was just after 11 in the morning when 37-year-old Jerry Jacobs was walking down a sidewalk in Chicago's South Shore neighborhood. That's when a dark-colored car pulled up and 4 men got out opening fire. Jacobs was shot in the right side of his body and was able to take himself to the hospital over 4 blocks away. Rushed into surgery, Jacobs would remain hospitalized into the night when things took a tragic turn in the early morning.
R.I.P.
At 3:40 a.m., Jacobs was pronounced dead. News would break he was a documented gang member, no suspects were in custody, and within 12 hours of his death, his son, Wet 'em Up, allegedly got his revenge.
Chicago neighborhood rocked by gun violence, the bullets flying inside a restaurant and outside as well.
At this South Shore restaurant, chaos and carnage. Relatives of those killed in tears and disbelief.
R.I.P.
I ain't going nowhere until they get my baby up off the ground. I ain't going nowhere.
It was 4 p.m. when a man walked into a restaurant and opened fire. Officers arrived on scene finding a dead man in front of the restaurant, 2 dead men inside, and another dead man outside slumped against a tree a block away. All 4 were shot to death, and come to find out, 2 of the victims were brothers, visiting their mother who worked at the restaurant, as she had to listen to the sounds of her 2 boys being gunned down outside.
2 people in the restaurant still in there dead. He went in there and shot them 2. After he killed them 2, he came out and shot my 2 nephews and killed my 2 nephews. Whoever did it needs to step up and be accountable for their actions and get sent up for it before they get hurt out here on these streets.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you. R.I.P. first of all, because that's very messed up. You know, I'm very sorry that this happened to you and your family. But if them niggas was involved in his pop's murder or they involved in any street shit, we can't keep giving these street niggas passes after they die. If your son, nephew, cousin, uncle, whatever was involved in street activity, you can't get on the internet crying talking about they innocent and they didn't deserve this and all this other shit. Because this is the same thing that's going on with FBG Duck. Okay, them O-Block killers, they got sent up the road, they got life in prison. Crazy as hell. And I don't think I've ever seen that shit in Chicago. Like, Rondo killed the taxi driver, and that nigga got like 40 years. So, they got life. But FBG Duck mama is on the internet acting like he was an innocent kid and he never did nothing and he was just outside going to school and shit. That's not what was going on. So, if your cousin, uncle, nephew, whatever, brother, you know what I'm saying, dad, whatever, was involved in that street shit, and they got smoked, that's what come with this shit, bro. You feel me? Especially if you spoke. That's what come with it.
cause somebody gonna hurt him.
The brothers were identified as 19-year-old Raheem and 20-year-old Dylan Jackson. The two other victims were identified as 28-year-old Emmanuel Stokes and 32-year-old Edwin Davis. The broad day slaughter would shake the city, and 5 days would pass before Chicago police announced an arrest.
I'm proud to announce that we've made an arrest in the quadruple homicide that occurred on the 2700 block of East 75th Street. 19-year-old Maurice Harris has been charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder in connection with this incident. This is his first arrest as an adult, and while I can't go into the specifics into his extensive juvenile history, as we've seen too many times before here in Chicago, he's no stranger to CPD.
Wet 'em Up was identified by photo lineup by multiple witnesses at the scene of the shooting. He'd be held without bond and remain in the Cook County Jail for the next 3 years until July of 2020. A court hearing would yet again shake the city as prosecutors announced the evidence was insufficient to meet the burden of proof. Detectives further investigated, finding the witnesses weren't credible and evidence that Wet 'em Up couldn't have been the shooter. So while the families of the victims expected Wet 'em Up's demise, all charges against him were dropped and Wet was later freed. So the second word came that the man who beat 4 murders now had a switch, the feds quickly began their investigation. Days after the search warrant, the feds would highlight 2 music videos by Wet, one titled Death and another titled Murder Man. In both songs, Wet recited lyrics about switches and murder. Multiple lyrics would be written into the federal complaint, although at no time was Wet seen possessing an actual switch, just rapping about them. Wet would be charged with possession of a machine gun and now faces up to 10 years in federal prison. With the quadruple murder being Wet's first adult arrest and the fact that he beat all charges, Wet doesn't have much of a criminal history and luckily wasn't a felon, dodging another federal offense. Given his weak criminal history, Wet can expect anywhere from 3 to 5 years with a guilty plea.
I ain't gonna lie though. This why niggas gotta stop rapping about all this shit, bro. Cause y'all be rapping all these switches, this killing, these murders and all this shit. And y'all see what they doing to Thug, bro. Y'all seen what they did to Lucci. Y'all seen what they did to Rilo. Y'all seen what they doing to folks. Y'all seen, like, come on, bro. They using these lyrics against y'all. Even if they indirectly using the lyrics against y'all, bro. They trying to lock y'all ass up for these lyrics, bro. Y'all gotta stop giving the police ammo. Stop giving the feds ammo. Y'all give, like, the whole reason his crib got raided is because of music videos. You know how insane that sounds? Come on, man. We gotta do better.
Now, Wet 'em Up is going to prison. When you get a Fed case, it's pretty much
It's over.
sealed. And I mean, law enforcement literally watched him lean out of a window and throw a Glock up onto the roof. Then they went on the roof, found the Glock with a switch. It's like said and done at that point. It's just going to be a matter of how much time he gets. He can get up to 10 years, but looking into similar cases for first-time offenders or people that don't really have a criminal record like that, you got getting caught with switches that are getting 6 years, 5 years.
It's still a long time.
A little over 2.5. So he could get, my estimate, somewhere between 3 to 5. But he's definitely gonna go to prison. I mean, it's a fucking Fed case. Now, Wet was given another chance at life. He got picked up on 4 murders. Whether or not he had anything to do with it, people that didn't like him were at the scene, watched 4 people get smacked, and then said, hey, we saw him do it. We know it was him. We saw it was him. And detectives later found out that they weren't credible witnesses. They were just most likely telling on their op who was Wet 'em Up, whose father had just got killed. So they are the ones that most likely gave the narrative to the investigators. Yo, his dad just got shot.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You did get another chance at life and you was doing good, but y'all young niggas, man, he not even young. He 26. He older than me. I'm 24. But niggas gotta stop doing all this crazy shit. Can we, in 2024, can we please stop doing crazy shit? Please, because it's not worth it. Nothing comes good from this shit. Like, the only thing that comes from this street shit is death in jail, bro. You can't keep rapping about ops and shooting niggas and switches and shit, because niggas, everybody got to switch nowadays, and they locking niggas up. You already 26. You get 10 years, bro. You're getting out when you're 36. It's over. Even if you get 5 years, you're still getting out when you're 31. It ain't over, but it's like, bro, 31? Come on, man. That's a long time, bro. Fuck.